So I somehow managed to shoot out both the pilots before I actually disabled slash destroyed the helicopter. That's something you don't see every day in Battlefield. But what's going on, guys? It's Brandon from Rabid Games here, and listen to this! I can easily say without question that that is my favourite map intro music of the whole of the Battlefield franchise so far, since Battlefield Bad Company 2, since Battlefield 3, since Battlefield 4, but everything. But finally, Naval Strike is out on Xbox One. It was delayed by a couple of days, but those 2 days felt like forever, but it is out. But firstly, I want to talk about the problems. I want to start off on the low note so I can finish on a positive. It's still not completely finished. If you didn't know, DICE did delay this DLC on Xbox One and PC because of issues, which I highlighted in my last video, which I shall link down below, hopefully if I remember. And they tried to delay it because of obviously these issues, which were apparently really hindering gameplay. But playing these rounds earlier on, they're not so apparent in these clips here, which I'm getting right now. But the rubber banding, man, the rubber banding is just, it's insane, especially on 64-player carrier assault like you see me playing here. I've heard from my friends it's even worse on PlayStation 4, but it's just so broken, man. It's so broken, but I have faith in DICE, like I said in the previous video. You can see a little bit of a lag there, but I have faith in DICE and the hovercars. The hovercrafts, the hovercars, I'm not even sure how you say it, but they're just so fun. Yeah, I will probably get some gameplay with them for another video at a later date. Coming on to the maps though, I think they're really well designed. They all feel a little bit like Paris or Storm. The Levolution events, I don't know if it's because of my limited playtime at the moment, but it does seem to me like they're kind of passive, or if they're not in carrier assault, because that's pretty much all I've been playing. But like I say, the Levolution events aren't particularly noticeable, and I don't know if it's just because of the game mode that I'm playing, or I don't even know. But you can see here that I'm playing Carrier Assault. Basically, this, in case you don't already know, is a reimagining of the famous Titan mode from Battlefield 2142. Essentially, each team has a base, and that is an aircraft carrier, and you have to go and capture points around the map, like you see me on here. And these fire missiles at the enemy team's carrier, and once you've reduced the enemy team's carrier down to enough health, it blows open the side, and it means you can go inside and arm some objectives on the inside, and basically that will blow up the carrier, and it means your team shall win the game. Personally, in my opinion, from my limited playtime yet again, I think that this game mode has potential. I know that's kind of vague, but it's a good game mode, don't get me wrong. Is it as good as the 2142 version? Absolutely not. I've seen gameplay from that. I never played 2142, but I've seen gameplay from that, from the Titan mode, and oh my god, it just looks so much better than this one on here. Like, the aircraft carriers from both sides look exactly the same. Like the Chinese aircraft carrier, like you see me in here, is exact. In fact, no, I think this is the American one. The American carrier looks exactly the same as the Chinese carrier, and the Russian carrier looks exactly the same as the American carrier, and so on. And that just kind of detracts from the sense of realism to me, because it's like one big generic level, and it almost seems like this game mode could do with immersion, because it's that fine balance between conquest and rush. It almost seems like it could do with some kind of immersion factor to kind of blur the lines, but at the moment, and these ramps is what I want to talk about the most, because when the carrier first gets blown open, and it's just like a parking lot for hovercrafts, jet skis, attack boats, anything. If you can get it in there, you can you're gonna find it parked there as soon as the carrier is busted open. But back to my original point, I do think that the immersion factor really needs to be brought in. Like, you're arming MCOM stations. It feels like when you're playing Carrier Assault that you go to play Conquest and then suddenly the carrier gets blown open and yet again I don't get the vehicle destroy. What is it now? I don't know if DICE has made these RPGs fire like marshmallows or something so they only kill the pilot, but I don't know. But it really does seem like you go from suddenly playing a Conquest map and then suddenly it says prepare for boarding and you're like, oh crap, so we're suddenly going to go play a really short game of Rush inside of an aircraft carrier, and it almost seems pointless to me. I don't know why. I mean, these carriers feel like, I don't know, you see me here, this is my first ever round playing carriers, so I think you could blow these doors open. And I really wish DICE had tried to put a bit more effort in. Obviously they had a time frame that they need to stick to and everything, but I honestly think that the immersion factor in this game is so crucial to, I don't know, just the fun factor and all, because it feels so tactical, this game mode. But I honestly do think that this game mode has potential and that it can be a lot of fun, and I do think it will be a lot of fun once the servers have been patched and everything, so that it's less laggy, so that we get less rubber banding, because that's what's really plaguing this DLC at the moment. Because this DLC overall is amazing, and the maps are so well balanced. It's pretty open. There's not much cover around us, but they are centered around vehicles, so that's to be expected. But overall, I do think that this is a very fun DLC, and I think you guys should definitely pick it up when it drops for PC if it hasn't already, and for Xbox One and PS4 if you have Premium, and wait for it to be patched. But if you did enjoy, please remember to leave a like, guys. Should have some Kerbal Space Program up on Friday sometime. I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Brad signing off. Peace!